The first job is to clean all the parts and get them ready for primer. As for the seat, I am opening all the harness holes so that I will use the proper materials instead of decals. This one is ready, all cleaned up as can be seen, and now it's time to do the other one. Other parts were also sanded down and cleaned as much as possible in preparation for the primer. This part of the roll cage is supplied as solid, and in the instruction manual you are instructed to paint these circles in black. However, I am drilling them out so that they will become more realistic than if you have to paint them. This drill bit is slightly smaller than the circle, so I will be drilling them right through using this drill bit, and then finally some final sanding using the round file as can be seen right now. And there it is, definitely much more realistic than having to paint them just solid black. These door cards will be covered with carbon fiber decal later on, so I have decided to remove the door handles so that the application of the decal will be much easier. To cut them off, I am using a Crazy Modeler photo etch saw, and I have also drilled a tiny hole beneath the door handle so that when the time comes to reattach them, I will know exactly where their original location was. Finally, all the interior parts were cleaned and attached to the sticks, ready for 2K primer, and as you can see, all the roll cage pieces were covered with liquid musk, the one in purple, on all of the edges so that these will not be covered with paint, and when it comes to attach them together there wouldn't be any problems because of the paint. Time to airbrush some automotive 2K primer. And here they are, all the interior pieces airbrushed with 2K primer. The dash was airbrushed in black and then masked as can be seen, so that I could airbrush the grey, which will be the final color. It was then time to remove the masking tape from several pieces, while on smaller areas like this one I have used liquid mask. It's now time to start applying the carbon fiber decals, and the masking tape you are seeing right now will be used as a template to cut the decal right into the required shape. For example, here is the rear shelf, the parcel shelf, with the template removed from the part attached to the decal and ready to be cut and attached in place. Throughout the interior, I shall be using Scale Motorsport Carbon Decal 1424. I will be using the Mr. Hobby decal solutions to have better adhesion of the decal to the surface, and also so that it conforms to the shape of the part that it is being attached to. For the seat I shall be using the original Tamiya decal that is supplied with the kit, and the reason that I am cutting it as I'm doing right now from the edge is because these decals were airbrushed with 2K clear, because it's an old kit, and I decided to airbrush clear on all of the decals to keep them in place and avoid cracking. I only airbrushed one quick layer of 2K clear, and as you can see the decal is still flexible, and attaching it was not a problem because of the clear. Lots of patience as with any seat decals, however it still got attached well into place. With all the necessary carbon decals attached in place, all of the parts were then attached to the sticks, and they are all now ready for the final layers of 2K clear. I shall be using some additional parts from the Calcas, and beginning from the master switch, which will be much more realistic than one supplied already attached to the dashboard from Tamiya. Over here you can see that I have already removed the master switch and drilled the hole as instructed with the master switch manual. Over here I shall be installing two switches also from decals, which are these right here, which will look much more realistic, and also same as the master switch, I have drilled the holes according to the instruction manual. Time to get the fire extinguisher done, and since there was no decal included with the kit, I have found one that looks quite similar from my own parts box. And also I shall be using a set of photo etch cable ties from Scale-Up 24. For the seat I have applied the original Corbeau decals from Tamiya and also given the whole seat a coat of matte clear so that it will get it more realistic while masking the part where the carbon and 2K clear was applied to leave that part shiny. And there we go, all the parts ready from airbrushing, detailed, everything ready for final assembly. I will be using Gorilla Super Glue throughout the whole interior assembly. Over here I have added some extra wiring together with a braided line, and also I added an ECU part from resin and photo etch. Also added some wiring beneath the center console to make everything as realistic as possible. Now it's time to make the harness, and for that I shall be using some red material from Firescale and also photo etch from Scale-Up 24. As for the harness logo, I shall be using the original Tamiya decal cut to shape and attached directly onto the harness. To make the harness attachment points more realistic, I shall be using these rivets right here, which are these. Over here I am actually using the 0.9 millimeter, where instead of drilling I am cutting the rivet head by itself and attaching it using super glue. The only thing remaining are the door cards, where I only need to install the door handles. As I've said before, there is a small hole that was drilled earlier indicating where I need to attach the door handle exactly.